What is up, everyone? It's Alfred. I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I uploaded, so just wanted to get some volume in. Let's try to tackle this leaderboard. I just finished like a 16 session, a really quick one, and we went on a semi-heater, which is good because last night I was like, I was like really stuck. But yeah, let's get into the 10 gameplay. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit hoarse. I just got jaw surgery done, so it's kind of uncomfortable talking with the stitches in my mouth. Just gonna start checking my ace high here. And with the ace queen, we can actually float once, depending on a roll. Still ahead of like some king queens, some queen jacks, hands like that. Blind versus blind, I'm calling this suited queen. And on the turn here, I think I'm gonna go for something like a half pot sizing here. Pretty nice flop with the queen high. Might be a bit too thin to jam, considering he still can have some ace kings that can check. But I think if we don't jam here, we lose a lot of value from his ace jack, ace 10 sort of hands. Picking up a double gutter on the turn, definitely not folding. Looks like he was free rolling us. Pretty bad river. Ace jack gets there, but it looks like we're good. He had 5-7 suited. Other than that, yeah, I've been putting a lot of volume in recently just because I want to complete this challenge. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm gonna go for a squeeze here. I mean 3-bet. I've been starting to use like a 2.3 big blind sizing just because that's what I've been using in the higher stakes. So in case anyone was wondering, doesn't make much of a difference 2.5 versus 2.3x. I'm gonna check back the king 10 this time. And then we have a straight. We're just gonna call here, and now we're just playing the board. That's unfortunate. I think he should be overbetting with a lot of his range here. Yeah, that makes sense. And with the queen high, pretty sure we just have a mandatory bluff here. And we get snapped by ace king, but we're trying to fold out some of his king highs. Like with the double backdoors here, I think going for half pot bet sometimes is okay. I think our goal will be to finish the 300 hands for the leaderboard, although it's just purely RNG. You just get points based on your starting hands. Gonna defend the queen deuce suited. We have a gut shot and he snap checks back. Not sure how much we want to read into that though. But since he seems disinterested, we'll just take a stab at it. Gonna go for an ISO here. And I guess we can call it jam. Queen 9 suited is not the most ideal 3-bet, but still gonna do it. Gonna go for a small bet with the jack 10 suited, have the nice backdoor straight, backdoor flush. And same thing here, I'm gonna go for a stab. We do turn the back door, and on board one we're just stacking off now against the stack depth. And when we're picking up equity, I still think we want to be barreling, trying to fold him off his 6x. Something like 6-7, 5-6, even like some weird ace-deuce hand. And just value betting the river here. It's not a good card since he will have a lot of queen x. Trying to decide if we want to give up here. Also, like, it's going to be harder for us to get him to fold his 8x, 6x here. I don't think he's calling much with any high cards on a turn. Doesn't make sense to be calling with like king 10, king jack, 9, 10. And we're blocking a lot of these folds, so I think we just give up. Yep. Kind of a weird spot was 10 deuce suited. Pretty sure it's an open. Not sure with the rake though. Haven't really reviewed much of my small blind opening ranges, to be honest. Facing a 3-bet, we're just gonna 4-bet here and stack off. And 5-6 off is gonna be a bit of a loose defend against 3 big blinds. But can't be wrong. Can go for like a variety of sizings on this flop. Since I rolled low though, I'm gonna start off with a check. And he's gonna bet pretty big. I'd imagine he'll be doing this with like his 9s, 10s, folding with the ace 10 here. But I'm still calling. We got 2 overs. We have pretty good equity against those hands. He calls a flop, which is a better flop for him. Same thing here on like these low boards. It's very good for the in position player, so I'm gonna start off with a check. Facing a check raise here is a bit alarming. Gonna fold the ace queen. Yeah, he will have like some 7-9s here occasionally, even some flush draws, and sometimes 4-5 we're already drawing dead. Guess that's an easy fold on the river if he just bombs it. And right now we're not getting value from much worse if we think about it. We're mainly trying to get value from like 9s, 10s maybe. Even that's a bit thin. And looks like he just had a complete airball, so that's fine. We're winning against these kind of hands anyway. And generally from the player pool, what I see is that a lot of people are very passive. Maybe he'll take a check. I think like all these 9s, 10s will be check raising the flop instead of the turn. And I'm not sure how much I like this check raise. You kind of have no equity. You know, you don't have a draw. So that's why I'm just kind of confused about this check raise. We river a pair, we're most likely good here. Maybe we could have value bet like a big blind. Kings again. And we have top set here, multi-way. Generally when we're multi-way, I do like to bet, but we're blocking a lot of the board. So generally your top sets will make good traps. No point in raising right now, especially to a small bet. 9-10 gets there. And he's going to snap check back, so he kind of doesn't have anything at this point. I guess we're going to go for a small block bet, try to get called by some Jack X. Aces, and we're going to peel the 10s. Ace high board. And against these positions, like middle position 3 betting range is pretty tight. So yeah, and he's gonna bet big here. I think we're just gonna fold. It might be a bit tight, but against the 75% sizing, it's just it's a bit too strong to continue with tens, in my opinion. Still losing to like his range, like queens, jacks. I'm just not sure what he's taking. I just need more information on that, what kind of player he is. Flopping top pair here with the king jack off. Bit uncomfortable calling multi-way. But we do have the backdoor flush draw and we have top pair and a good kicker, so turning 2 pairs nice. Queen 10 gets there. We have a delayed bet here. He could be delay betting some 8s. With a hand that's pretty weak, I don't think I'm going to be calling. I guess a big bet into 2 people is quite strong. Not entirely sure if you want to stack off here. I'm gonna hit him with a raise anyways. He can have something like king queen. Alright, good luck. Hopefully we don't see queen 10. He has a set of 5s. It's unfortunate, cooler. But maybe against that sizing it was better to call anyways. Just seems strong betting 15 bigs into 2 people. But with our hand, there's nothing much we can really do. Multi-way against 2 short stacks. I'm just going to be betting here. Have the backdoor flush. Now that we turn the ace, we can just go for a big sizing here. And on the river, it's going to be hard to get called by something that isn't an ace. So I think I'm going to take the smaller sizing here. Trying to get called by an 8, maybe 10s, something like that, kind of holding. Like even a 7, 10 off. It's too bad. I feel like if he went bigger, he would have just snapped us off. But thinking about his entire range, I just think he has a lot of like 9s, 10s, 8s, like 8x here, which will have a pretty easy fold. Now here's kind of a tough spot here. We're facing a cold 4-bet with king jack suited. We're still good. In theory, he should have hands like 9s, 10s here. So we just gotta proceed with caution and going for a squeeze with the 10s. Okay, I feel like I'm getting milked at this point. I'll pick up a gut shot. Not sure how relevant that is since he does have so much king x, queen x here, even queens. We're beating like 10s, so, and 9s. That's what we're kind of hoping for right now. And I'm just gonna go check it down. Please just check, man. Maybe even going for a block bet on the turn would be okay. And he does have ace king. I'm surprised he just didn't barrel that off. I feel like he's losing a lot of value against like some ace queen suited here on the turn. Even ace jack suited, ace 10 suited that are still calling the turn. Also gives like my ace jack of spades, maybe like my backdoor flush draw as a free card. Gonna open here. 7-8 suited is a bit loose, but we have some like weaker players in the blinds and buttons, so let's see how we're doing on the challenge. Looks like I have $10 of rig to go. Then we get that nice $200 payday. Flopping middle pair, some nice backdoors. Pretty standard continue here. Flush comes in. He's not slowing down. In terms of the session, we're down a buy-in. Gonna make a fold here. Just against the early position range. I think he's still continuing a lot of his queens here. I guess we are beating hands like because we're beating hands like ace jack with the club. Might be a bit exploitative actually to fold here. We're gonna face a 4-bet jam here with the tens. I'm not gonna stack off. I've just seen this play a lot of the time. We're facing a blank now. I think with a jack blocker, I'm gonna go for an overbet here. Try to put his 10x in a tough spot. Maybe his ace x. I mean 8x that are peeling. And here I'm just gonna go for a bet. Don't want to be giving these flush draws a free card and want to get 2 heads up as fast as possible with my top pair good kicker. And once again, we're in the same scenario where we have a very low board, which is better for the in position player here. So we're just gonna play a lot of checks. Facing a cold 4-bet with the 9s is an easy fold. And here we can actually just like maybe we can just like value bet against some weaker ace highs, but I'm just gonna play a check call. Like where he's gonna try and bet maybe his queen 10s, his like jack 10s. Going for an overbet sizing, which is weird. I guess he's trying to say he has something like ace 5, maybe like some 6x. But when we unblock, like it's just a weird spot in general. I'm just waiting on the 9s to see if we can fold. I want to watch how the hand plays out. He's basically saying he has a 5 or nothing here. And folding against a big bet with the 8s. I think I'm just calling here. Yeah, 5-6 makes sense. He's taking a very polarized sizing. And the thing is, I thought like a hand like this would be betting the flop. 5-6, you have an open ender and a pair. Guess I was wrong. And pretty much just got to stack off on this kind of board. He can't have jacks. He's going to snap call a small bet. I think we have a pretty easy continue with the 2 overs and the flush draw. It's not ideal that he called. I'm gonna go for a bigger sizing right now with the overs, the backdoor flush draw. Now it's just not a good board for us. He has all the 8s, 9s. So do we, but like at a lower frequency. Hopefully we just spike a jack or an ace on the river. Pretty good card for us actually, like our range. And I want to put his 10s and his hands like 10s, maybe his 7s in a tough spot. Even his like ace 9, 9, 10. So I'm going to go for a very big polarized bet here. And it works out. Pretty nice. We flop a set. The board's pretty dry. I'm just not sure if we should be raising here. We're deep, so I guess a raise can work. Just gonna take a bigger sizing here. If you just have some like ace X that just magically checks the turn for pot control, we want to get as much value as possible from that. And considering an overbet on this flop, on this river, I think I'm just gonna go for the normal sizing. Maybe he'll decide to raise with his king X. With no heart, I'm just gonna check back the jacks. He snap bets half pot here, and we have no information on him, so I think this is just a straightforward fold. If he has a king, I'm gonna be very sad. No, he has a7, so flopping a jack, backdoor flush, backdoor straight, 3-bet pot. Just gonna call. He snap bets again, so we're just gonna fold. And with like a middling pair like this, it's not really a hand where we want to start piling in money. It's more of a hand we just want to take the showdown multi-way. And here we're just gonna take a bet. Interesting how he checks the ace 3 times. 3-betting here, and it looks like we got a call. See, rolling a 60. I think we're gonna take a free card this time. Okay, an ace is pretty good for us. We have a pretty good kicker, so we just want to bet. Flopping a gut shot here. Definitely sticking around for that sizing. Okay, we're just trying to get value from ace 10, ace 8. He's gonna lead the river. We just have a straightforward call here. Unfortunate if he has like ace 4 or something, but he does have a boat. Definitely I think he lost value in the sense that he could have just check raised the river. I'm still value betting so much ace X here on the river, and when you lead, it's just, are you trying to get value from it's just, what are you trying to get value from when you lead the river? Okay, we're gonna call it soon because I have to go to work. Unfortunate that we have to stop while we're stuck when we just made a somewhat comeback. But yeah, looks like we lost about a buy-in. Good turn for our range. Our hand, not so much. We'll try to get to showdown now. He should be betting like a lot of 8 jacks here, so not surprised if he bets. Nice that we get to showdown this time, and he does have king 5. And next video will probably be done this challenge. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. After this hand. Alright, see ya.